My name is Dr. Shango Blake, and this is called a gathering of black educators. And when you look up the word gathering in the dictionary, in the Webster Dictionary, it says an occasion when people come together as a group. So we know that the group is black educators. But it also says it's an assembly, a meeting, especially social or festive, but also one with a specific purpose. So yes, we came tonight to network, to find out ways in which we can support each other, but there's another purpose that's in play as well. When we talk about the achievement gap, when we talk about restorative justice, cultural relevant education, equity in education, we are talking about issues that impact black children. And what do black educators, who are rarely consulted, have to say about educating black children? We can no longer be silent. The time is now for us to lift our voices. The time is now for us to be consulted with and heard. We have a perspective. We are often not consulted, and we have not enough times raised our collective voices on behalf of our children. What makes our point as black educators, our perspective, valuable? Well, we share the same struggle as our students. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. We come from the same communities that our children come from. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. We experience the same trauma that our students are currently experiencing. We know how to be resilient. And we have used our education to liberate ourselves. Blacks, if you look at the history of education in America, public education, we are the pioneers of public education. How many of y'all knew that? Raise your hand if you knew that. All right. Class is in session. Remember the one-room church, schoolhouse, coming right out of slavery, when we were not allowed to read or write or have books? And if you taught a black person how to read or write or have a book, in many states that was punishable by death. We understand that education, as Malcolm X said, is the passport to liberation. It was the black educator that opened up that one-room schoolhouse and produced academic excellence. It was the black educator who taught at HBCUs and produced lawyers, doctors, scientists, engineers, mathematicians. We learned at their schools that we had to be 10 times better than our counterparts. It was those schools, colleges, that produced the likes of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Because of social and emotional suffering that our children have lived under based upon oppressive conditions, our children are not learning as they should. They're not reading as they should. They're dropping out of school more and being pushed out of school into the streets, and we are feeding the school-to-prison pipeline. So tonight is a gathering of black educators. We are here because we must reclaim our position. We must reclaim the discussion about what our children need. And we cannot afford to have these discussions quietly anymore, no. That's why you have been called to this gathering. Not just to network and support each other, but to begin the process of raising our collective voice and raising our practice on behalf of our children. So again, we welcome you here tonight. Thank you for coming. So I'm going to be your MC for the night, and with that being said,